What's up, everyone? It's Cannan back with another video game trailer reaction, and we are finally getting a new story patch in Final Fantasy XIV. The last one feels like it was a long time ago, 7.1. The story in that ended in such a cliffhanger that even Jess was like, when will the next story patch be? But yes, this is the trailer for Final Fantasy XIV Patch 7.2, Seekers of Eternity. Now, I believe with this patch, it comes out late March, I believe. We've got we've got the continuation of the story. They're going to be adding more fights to the raid series. Tell you the truth, this is not my most favorite raid series, the fighting tournament. It seems like they have gotten harder. Me and Jess didn't finish this one till a while ago, where people learned the rotations and all that, because we tried playing it when it first came out, and we were just like, I try not to rage quit, but like sitting there for like 15 plus minutes, getting a boss almost dead, and then everybody get wiped out. Like, it's hard to keep going. And like the bosses in the normal raids, not so much the 24-person raids, but like the normal raids, the 8-people raids, the bosses seem like they're just becoming damage sponges. It kind of started in Shadowbringers, but then again, I didn't think the one in Pandemonium. I didn't think Pandemonium was that bad, but this one, it's rough. But I'm very, very looking forward to the story content. That's the main driving thing of Final Fantasy XIV. We're currently still in the patch content that is continuing the story of Dawn Trail. We've not completed that yet, where the second half of the updates will start setting up the story for the next expansion, 8.0. But we'll get there, slowly but surely. But yes, 7.2, Seekers of Eternity. As always, if you enjoy our content, please consider hitting that subscribe button, hit the notification bell, click that like button. Let's see what we've got. I'll react to it, and then if there's something like I really want to talk about, I'll go back and discuss it. So let's do this. Partial nudity in my Final Fantasy XIV? Oh, that's nice. Like a pyramid.
Since time immemorial, life has used death to facilitate adaptation in an ever-changing environment.
Okay. Creative Studio 3, the new name for it. So it looks like we're getting back on a ship,
allowing the species to thrive.
I'm guessing we're going to a whole new area.
There are beasts ahead of you. They must have gotten in.
Oh man, not one of those. Jess loves those kind of boss fights.
You'll have to deal with it to continue on.
That looks like PvP.
During the war, the people labored to maintain the castle. It meant a lot to them.
Yeah, what's going on with the queen, huh? Because going back to the moon? Oh, this must be the exploration thing. Yeah, it's kind of like,
that is the most expeditious course of action.
I don't know how to explain it. Yeah, you build your own bases. It's kind of like
enough to proceed with an analysis.
I'll talk about it. Oh, Hildebrand. So we'll get some more Hildebrand later in this match. Who are you?
Whatever do you mean?
I have a theory.
We ask that all recipients equip their regulators.
That's Pete. That looks like PvP, maybe.
Device registration.
We got the Scions. There's our girl Y'shtola.
Ultimately, what you think is immaterial. For the seeds we've sown have already quickened.
I will show you the soul.
Oh, that's a cool looking boss right there.
The People have
So is that whole mystery gonna be resolved this patch? Oh yeah, there's... Wow, looks like a Digimon almost.
The evolution of our kind is at hand. Together,
A dancing...
lies abundant
Okay,
and
that's gonna be
vast
interesting.
infinite possibilities of eternal life.
Summoning Anson's crystal. Oh crap!
We have important business with you. We left something in your keeping.
Who are you?
The key to interdimensional fusion. You will kindly return it to us. Yes?
Wow. Okay. I have a lot of questions, but I also have a few things I've noticed. So, I mean, it's been a while since I completed Dawn Trail's main story, but this looks new. This right here does not look like an area we've been to. I would remember those ruins, I would think. So, are we getting a whole new area in the next upcoming patch? In the next patch, like, are we not just going to be retreading areas that are already in the game? This was definitely not in Dawn Trail. I would have remembered that. That's a pretty cool looking pyramid, if I do say so myself. This looks different, so unless they're trying to swerve us and this has something to do with something else, looks like we might be getting a new area in this patch. So we go back on the sea on a ship. There, of course, is the default Warrior of Light, who is the placeholder for our character, us. There's the Dawn Trail title. So we got these tents up over here. So I'm wondering if this is main story or if it's with the new feature, the what was it called? Cosmic Exploration or something like that? I'm not sure. Because here's some players off, like either doing a quest or an event or something like that. So I'm not sure. This right here almost looks like something out of the 13th. That's like, I have no idea where this is. Shows them lining up. So this is all players, so I don't know if this is a story dungeon or if this is something new. So yeah. Jess is going to love this boss if this is a story boss. She just loves these bosses that are on platforms and like the boss is like a wall and it can rotate. Because there was a boss, I forgot which expansion it was, but it was like a book. And you had to get behind it before it did an attack and it could spin around. And Jess just hates boss battles on platforms anyway, because since she's a black mage, she has to hang back a little bit, so she easily gets knocked off all the time. Very interesting. Like, this is a cool looking boss. It's all white. It almost reminds me of a Sin Eater, almost. We got some more story going on here. This, I'm not sure of. I don't know if this is PvP or if this is something else. Because you got to remember, we're not only seeing stuff that's definitely coming out in 7.2. This is stuff that'll come out. They're also showing us stuff that will come out between 7.2 and 7.3. So, in small updates, like the Hildbrand stuff usually doesn't come out until later after the story patch. But yeah, we've got some great boss fights, it looks like, but then again, I don't know if these are story or something else. This definitely looks like, I don't know. They don't look like they're fighting each other, so I don't know. So also, throughout the trailer, we see this figure in like doctor wear. So who is this? Summoning a unicorn. There's also, I'm guessing this is a new dungeon. Maybe. I like it. So okay, so instead of a whole new area, well, I mean, it might just be a whole new area of an already existing map, or it's just an all new dungeon. I don't know. I don't know if we'll actually get to explore the area around it. So here we have, well, let me try and get Queen Shmi, who in the 7.1 update, we went to her funeral because, 14 kind of molded her as, like, she ended up being the main villain of Dawntrail, but she was also, in a way, a villain you could be emotional for. Almost like Emmett Selk in a way, because, like, even though he needed to be stopped and he was a villain, the whole just remember we once lived, and it still breaks people's hearts this day. I'm not saying she's on his level, not so whatsoever, but she was a villain you could be emotional for, because she was kind of backed into a corner to make this awful decision that she didn't have to, but she felt like it was the only way to save her people. It was the love of her people and to save them. I'm still hoping for more Final Fantasy IX tie-ins, because that's what Dawntrail ended up doing, was introducing Alexandria, which was in Final Fantasy IX, into the world of Final Fantasy XIV. And I know a lot of people don't like it. They find it's unoriginal, but I love it when they take concepts from past Final Fantasies and incorporate them into the story of 14. Because at the end of the day, I think 14 is meant to be a melting pot, if you will, of everything that is great about Final Fantasy as a whole series. But yes, we went to her funeral. We thought she was dead, and then someone that looks exactly like her shows up. And it's like, okay, are we going back to the Asians, or is this a whole new villain, like organization that can also be doppelgangers, kind of like Asians, that we're going to deal with in the next story arc? Because even though Dawntrail is the start of a whole new arc, it didn't really leave us off with a villain or villains that will continuously fight against in future expansions. Unless there's a detail I'm forgetting. But I don't know. This fake Queen Svee has me really wondering where we're going. And like I've always said, like out of everything out of Dawntrail, she has one of the best designs I've ever seen. I've tried to talk Jess into maybe cosplaying her, but it's going to be a tough cosplay. All right, so it shows the moon that we frequented a lot in Endwalker, but this looks like a different area, so I'm believing this is the new exploration. Now, I don't know if it's going to be like the Island Sanctuary or not, but it kind of reminds me of maybe like a Subnautica kind of thing, or for lack of a better term, a Minecraft-like thing where you'll have to find stuff and you can build like an entire base on the moon, because that's what it looks like. Because I'm guessing this is how it starts, and through working on stuff, and I'm guessing gathering equipment, like we've even got mechs, which look really freaking cool. You've got all this going on, and it looks like construction work is going on. Like, yeah, we got bulldozers. We're clearing out stuff, I'm guessing, that could be harmful. And yeah, it just grows, and grows. So, yeah, it's going to be like a base building thing. Which either players will get bored with, or if the rewards are very beneficial for doing this, then yeah, there'll be people who have bases on the moon like crazy. I like these things right here. They remind me of a structure that's in Star Wars, which is kind of cool. Once again, we have this character that's wearing like a lab coat and has like a thing on their neck, like almost like an IV thing or something. I wonder who this is. Is this the one orchestrating the whole thing? Is this the one that is controlling this fake Queen Svee? We might find out. Got some more stuff going on. This is the Hildebrand stuff, because there's his assistant who's being kidnapped. And like he's gone all secret agent like. Me and Jess have still not played the new Hildebrand quest. We've, because of work and backlogs of all that, me trying to catch up in every gotcha game that I play, we've just not had the time. All right, so this scene right here, it looks like that Alexandria, Solution 9, is being attacked by like these electrical blasts or lightning, pretty much. Now, this figure right here that the Warrior of Light is walking up on, spoiler warning, but at the end of 7.1, Y'shtola went back to where the final battle in Dawn Trail happened, Living Memory, I believe, and there was a character there whose point of view we're seeing. We were seeing Y'shtola coming, and Y'shtola finally realizes someone is there, and they start running toward this character. But the voice, I really believe, was Queen Sfi's voice. So, like, are we getting her, like, resurrected? Like, is she getting a second chance, and is this her? We won't know until the patch drops, but I don't know. It just kind of looks that way. I don't know if this is that same character. This might be a whole different character. I'm not sure. You know, trailers, they play trailer tricks on us all the time. More fighting. The color of the hair, yeah, I think that's her. I really do think that's her. She cries, a tear falls from her and lands on her hand. And then we got the Scions. We've got Alphino. We've got Graha. I think we also saw... There's Y'shtola. Man, I love how she looks in the new engine. She looks so freaking good. We got Kryl. So, yeah. We're, I'm guessing that's the ones that'll be with us for most of this little story. This might be a new area for Solution 9, a new dungeon here. That is the Castle of Alexandria right there. Because the sword, well, what's left of it is still in the middle of it. And that is exactly what is in Final Fantasy IX. I will never mistake that, because Final Fantasy IX is one of my top 5 favorite Final Fantasy games. So this is definitely a story dungeon, I believe, because you've got Graha down here in the party. And usually when they show the Scions in the party, it's a story. Okay, so we got Sfi landing here, and that mysterious character is standing right here. And I'm trying to get a better look, and like the face is blurry, of course. They're not going to give it away, but from what I can see, I think she's been resurrected. Long live the Queen. I really think she's been resurrected. Now, I can't tell what this is. I can't tell if this is story. This might be story as well, because, you know, oh yeah, this was the boss that I thought looked really cool. It's like a knight, a female knight in a way. So I'm thinking that might be her, the fake. So it's a really cool looking boss. So we might, oh yeah, look at her. She looks really cool. So we might be getting rid of her already. Then we got this really creepy look from the false queen, Shni. Not Wyshni, Sfi. But this boss kind of does look familiar in a way. She almost reminds me of Beatrix from Final Fantasy IX in a way. But yeah, very, very cool boss. It's got vines and all that with thorns on it. That won't feel good. Maybe more story. I don't know. Here's the raids. Yeah, because you're fighting this right here. This reminds me of one of the Digimon. It's one of Greymon's Digivolve forms. I don't remember the name of it because it's been years since I watched Digimon, but that's what it reminds me of. This, I'm guessing, this is who's behind the fake fee. That's who I think it is. And then we've got a dancing rabbit. Yeah, that's great. Good old Final Fantasy humor. This is cool. Is this a Pictomancer boss? Huh. This character, once again, it's gotta be who's behind everything. But the thing is, like in the trailer, they push this button, and this blast targets the Warrior of Light. So our character is going to get hurt in this. And this is like only one of two spots that we actually see. There's so much going on in this trailer. And we see her once again. Yeah, okay, now that I actually get a second look at this, they've got her, but then that character is on this screen behind her. So that's our culprit. That is definitely our culprit, I think. I have no idea who this is. And it kind of makes sense for that to be the person that's behind it, because look, you've got her over here looking all evil and all that, and then you've got this character over here. It's got to be who it is. That has got to be who it is. Seekers of Eternity. Final Fantasy XIV patch 7.2. So yeah, March, the end of March will be interesting. Me and Jess will play through this, and as much as I hate waiting months to see the story continue, I kind of hope it gives us that moment at the end where we're like, we gotta wait like 4 more months or so to see how it happens. Because that's what's great about Final Fantasy XIV. The story always brings you coming back. But that's going to be it for me today. I will be streaming later today, so please tune in for that. But I hope y'all enjoyed it. If you did, please hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell, click that like button, leave a comment, all that good stuff. As always, guys, this is Cannan. Me and Jess love y'all very, very much. Please stay safe out there. Take care of yourselves, and I will see you in the next one. See ya.